Hey everybody, welcome back to another best comps video for the latest patch 14.20. So let's get right into the video and talk about the first OP comp we have here on the list, which is Arcana Varus. This comp was really good on the last patch, and it is still the best comp right now. So your main focus for this build is get all the Arcana champions possible, and then you're gonna have your main carry Varus in the back. His best items are gonna be double Infinity Edge +1 like red buff. If not, you can use any of these other items like Shojin and Last Whisper, but double Infinity Edge gives Varus the best amount of damage, highest amount possible. And then on top of that, you have your secondary carry here. Once you get this guy at level 8 or 9, Xerath of course, you want to slam him any AP items you have, but ideally Spear of Shojin, Archangel +1 like Jewel Gauntlet or Rabadon. Now for the supports, you're going to have all the Arcana champions like Hecarim, Tom, Ahri. All the tank items should be going onto your Tom Kench. And then you're going to have Shen for Pyro Bastion, Rumble for Vanguard, and then you're going to have Bard and Morgana for Preservers. Morgana is a really good support champion. If you don't have her at level 8, you can get her at level 9. So this is going to be your build for Arcana Varus. So moving on to the second OP comp on this list, that's going to be Shapeshifter Smolder. This one is straightforward in terms of the composition. We have Elise, Shyvana, Briar, Nasta, Swain, Nico for 6 Shapeshifters. If you have a Shapeshifter emblem, this comp is pretty good as well, because if you turn Smolder into a shape, then you can hit the 6 very easily. You want to have Varus and Smolder as your blaster carries in the back. Smolder likes Infinity Edge, Ginsu, and Pyro Emblem, or you can give him the Shapeshifter or Last Whisper. These are going to be his 3 best items. And then Varus is going to be Varus. Again, this guy is top tier dog right now. He has so many different comps you can play him in. This is one of them, and you already know what items he should be using. And then we have Namzi here. Namzi is going to be great at, let's say, level 9 for the 3rd Dragon Edition, but at level 8, there will be really no Namzi. Try to hit Briar if you can. Briar likes melee items like Sterix, Titans, and Bloodthirster, while Nasus is actually your main tank with Wormogs and Gargoyle. So that's it. You just have to get 6 shapes and 2 or 3 dragons. Let's move on to the 3rd best comp on the list. It's going to be Mage Vex. This one is a relatively new comp, and finally, we can use Soraka and Seraphine as our main carries. This build is actually very flexible as to who you really want to make your carry, but if you go for the Soraka reroll, you're going to also go for Seraphine because they're both 1 cost. So you want to first hit Soraka and Seraphine 3-star at level 4 or 5. And Soraka likes these items: Spear of Shojin, Nashor's, and Archangel Staff, or you can give her Static Shiver, Jewel Gauntlet, but these 3 are her best in slot. So once you hit 3-star Soraka, you want to also hit 3-star Seraphine, like I said. She likes Spear of Shojin, Rabadon, and Jewel Gauntlet for maximum damage, but she can also use Nashor's and Archangel. So any AP items you have, you can give it to Seraphine, but you want to ideally focus on Soraka first, and then give the remaining AP items to Seraphine. Once you hit them 3 stars, you move on to level 6, 7, and then you want to get Vex. Vex is your best 3-star tank for this comp. So at level 7, you should stay there, roll, get 3-star Vex, and 3-star Veigar. If you also see a lot of Veigars, you can also get 3-star Galio. There's many 3-stars you can get at level 7 as well. Vex likes Gargoyle, Ionic Spark, and Wormogs, or you can do double Gargoyle, let's say. But she is very important for this comp if you want the front line to hold. So get Vex 3, get Soraka 3, and Seraphine 3, and then you can get Veigar 3 if you want, and you can also get Galio 3. Now, here's the thing about this build. Like I said, it is flexible, so if you don't go for Soraka 3, you can actually just skip Soraka and Seraphine, go all the way to level 7, roll down for Veigar and Vex, because Veigar is still a really good carry. So you can still play Veigar, you can put in 3 Honey Mancies if you want, but this is going to be the new Mage Vex reroll, which you just only play Mage. There's no Honeys. You literally just bring in 7 Mage with Galio, Vex, Nora, and Nami later on in the game with Soraka, Veigar, and Seraphine, and your main carries are going to be Soraka, Seraphine, or Veigar. So this is going to be up to you. And then Rumble is there for the Sugarcraft and Vanguard. So you do want Rumble because Soraka is a Sugarcraft. So that's how this build works. It is really cool, but you want to maximize Mage. Just get 7 Mage. If you hit this board at level 8, you're going to be really good. Try out the Soraka 3, Seraphine 3. They're going to be super fun to play, and they're actually viable for rank now. Now let's move on to the 4th best comp on the list. That's going to be Preserver Gwen. This comp, you're going to be prioritizing Gwen, Fiora, and Karma. So Gwen is going to be a very strong AP warrior carry. Fiora is going to be a very strong AD warrior carry with Karma in the back, who always wants to use Morello or red buff with blue buff. Karma is there for burning everybody on the board. And then you're gonna have this board with support champions. Zillion, Bard, Rakan will be your preservers with Morgana, and then you have Nasus and Briar for more tankiness. Briar does a lot of damage. Briar and Fiora, as you guys can see, uses the same items: BT, Titan, Sterix. Gwen likes Hodge and Jewel Gauntlet plus anything. Gwen can use any crit AP items. Karma is just for burning once again. So this comp, you want to get to level 8, 9 fast, and then ideally you want to get to level 9 so you can get Briar and Morgana. And then once you hit this board, your team should be very strong. So you're looking for a lot of these 4 and 5 costs to help you win the game. So let's move on to the 5th best comp on the list. That is going to be Higher Education Rise, as they call it, which is because of the Higher Education augment, but you don't need that augment. If you have it, great. If you don't, you can still play this comp. You're focusing on Rise, and it's going to be 4 Scholars and 4 Preservers. By the ways, with Rise, you can also play him with 8 Portals. You can play him with 4 Scholars or 8 Portals. Just letting you know, he is still a very strong carry. He likes Red Buff, Archangel, Jewel, Gauntlet, just pure damage. If you have these 3 items, you're good. He does not need Shojin or Ginsu. This is really what you're looking for Rise. But you can also give him other items if you don't have these, of course. And then for the other Scholars, you're going to have Bard, Melio, and Zoe. 3 Portals, it's going to be with Taric. Taric's your main tank. Diana is your other tank. If you get her at level 8 or 9, it really complements well with Taric. So Diana is a very good fit for this comp. She likes Bloodthirster and Ionic Spark just like Morgana. Morgana is always there for the Preserver bonus with Rakan. So you want to have 4 Scholars, 4 Preservers, or even more Preservers if you can get the emblem. And then you have 2 Bastions in the front with Taric and Diana. So this is your ideal scenario, again, at level 9. Another good comp for you to go level 9 and hit, or you can also hit this comp at level 8. But your main carry, again, is going to be Rise. Main tanks are going to be Taric, and then Diana and Morgana if you hit them with Preservers and other Scholars. Okay, let's move on to the 6th best comp we have on the list. That is going to be Hunter Jinx. This is not a new comp either. It is a really good comp if you get the Hunter Frenzy augment. I believe it is called Hunting Frenzy, or if you get category 5. And also anything with Wukong helps for this build, because your build is going to be a Wukong frontline with 3-star Wukong and double Gargoyle, or 1 Gargoyle and Warmogs. For this guy, you want to always have Gargoyles, at least 1 Gargoyles for Wukong, for him to be a beast tank. And then you have Jinx in the back for the 3-star carry, and she loves Runons. This is why category 5 is such a strong augment for this build. So if you have 1 Runons and 1 Ginsu, that's good enough. That's her best combo. Ginsu, Runons +1. Last Whisper is good. You can give her double Ginsu, it doesn't matter, but 1 Runons on her is really, really strong. So you want to just get to level 7 for this build, and then you want to roll down for 3-star Wukong and 3-star Jinx, and you want to get 4 Hunters. Get Olaf, Kog'Maw, Twitch, and then again 3 Preservers, Rakan, Zillion, Bard. If you're level 8, get Morgana in to get 4 Preservers. So this comp is very straightforward. Get to level 7, you just need to get 3-star Wukong and 3-star Jinx. Olaf is a 3rd carry for this build, so Olaf is a very good frontline Hunter champion. Give him Sterix, Edge of Night, BT, and that's his best combo. This comp is very strong right now, so give it a shot. Now to the 7th best comp on the list we have is Warrior Crest Fiora. This comp is very strong if you have at least 1 Warrior Crest. So you can get 6 Warriors here in this case with the Crest, and you get the extra 15% durability. So it makes it harder for your Katarina, Gwen, Fiora, Kali to die, and you're gonna turn, let's say, Morgana into a Warrior in this case. But basically this comp is very simple to play. You just need to have that Warrior emblem, and then you get all the Warriors, and then get a Morgana. If you don't get her, get somebody else that you can fit this comp with. Just get any 5 costs. Like, even you could use, let's say, Briar, right? Briar instead of Morgana, but she's the best one because you can get 3 Preservers and 2 Witchcraft. So this is kind of the best board you want to have. Now just ignore Melio. So you would have Katarina, Gwen, Akali, Fiora, Neela, Morgana, Bard, Rakan. Melio would be at like level 9. And then you want to focus on Gwen and Fiora for this build. So Gwen, again, we talked about her before. Jewel Gauntlet, Hodge, +1. So blue buff is really good. BT and Ionic Spark can also work for her, but the double crit combo seems to be very strong on Gwen. And then Fiora, we talked about her before as well. You want to get BT, Sterix, and Titans. That's really her 3 best items. You can give her 2 Sterix if you have that, and that's it. And then you have Katarina. If you want to give, if you have more AP items, she's a good carry as well. So you can give her AP items like Gwen. And then you can throw on other stuff to Morgana, Rakan. If you have tank items, yeah, Rakan is very good for tank, right? Melio can use like Spear of Shojin, let's say. So this is kind of just the build. Preservers and straight up 6 warriors for this comp. Very easy to understand, but you need to have that warrior emblem to make this one poppin'. Now for the final best comp on this list I have for you today, it is Frost Olaf. This comp is one of my favorite comps to play because it's not as contested as the other ones, but it is still S tier, it is still strong. So this one is best played if you have the Frost emblem. However, if you don't have the emblem, you can still play it. So you can get 7 Frost easily, just hit all the Frost champions. Or if you have the Frost emblem, it's going to be even easier. So you get Olaf as your main carry. He likes Sterix, BT, Titans. He can use Edge of Night, Hodge, right? He can use all these other items as well. And then we have Nasus and Varus as the 2 extra supports. So you have all the Frost champions you see, right? And then you have Nasus and Varus. So Varus is going to be the one that's going to be contested the most because of Arcana Varus, let's say. If you have a Frost emblem, great. Varus should always be holding on to that. If you have a second Frost emblem, that should go on to Nasus. If you can, anytime you can push for 9 Frost, you should always do it. 9 Frost is very strong for this comp. So Varus is Frost emblem with crit combo like Blast Whisper and Infinity Edge. And again, he can use double Infinity Edge. He can use red buff. He has many choices. So Varus is very, very good for this comp. If you don't have the Frost emblem, you should still use Varus, by the ways, because he is just still a good comp. Still good carry with Olaf for this build, because Olaf is good for the frontline damage, but you need backline. So Varus is good for backline. And then with him, you have your secondary carry here, which is Hui. Hui is really good with any AP items. So blue buff, Jewel Gauntlet, Nashor's. Morello is good for this guy. Red buff is good for him. Spear of Shojin, Archangel Staff. So any AP items, I always give it away. Nasus is your main tank with Diana. Usually Nasus 2-star will come out quick. And then Diana is a very strong champion. Anytime you can hit Diana, definitely give her items like Crown Guard, BT, and Ionic Spark for some tankiness and maximum AP damage. That's it. So this is the best comp for Frost Olaf. There you guys go. Let me know what you guys think about this tier list. I'll come back with more videos. Subscribe if you still haven't. Like the video, guys. Comment. And thanks for watching as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one.